Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Trogdor, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome to, I guess this is my first video of the second season of the PTL. Yeah, it's PTL Season 2. I believe, okay, so the timelines are getting really messed up here, as has happened in the past. So I did the draft stream for the Division 2 draft. I am recording this video before that draft stream happened, but this video is going up after the draft stream, which I am definitely doing on my... I don't really have a Twitch streaming channel, but, you know, I'm there. I'm the one who's doing that. So if you miss that, I should have it up on my channel and the PTL YouTube channel. So a bunch of plugs coming through. My channel, the PTL YouTube channel, my Twitter, the PTL Twitter, and all other 47 odd people who are participating in this league. Yeah, that's right. The Tri-League has probably the most coaches of any other league, even counting guys that do like the Division 1, Division 2, the minors, all that jazz. We've got like a ton of people, and they're all solid people, so it's a great community of battlers. You should check out everyone if you got the time. If you're someone who's absolutely starved for content and you just need all of these Pokemon videos coming at you endlessly, then, well, not everyone's uploading, but a fair amount of us are, so go check out those of us who do. Anyway, the purpose of this video is for me to go over my draft, which hopefully you came through and checked out the stream or watched it back, or at least saw the highlights or whatever, or maybe saw the fan document or checked things out in the fan server, or you're probably already in this league if you're watching this video. But anyway, I'm going over stuff, and I wanted to try something new this league, but also try something that I know I'm comfortable with. I've had a few drafts that I really like. I've had a few drafts that I really hate. I loved my PPL draft. That was only 9 mods, but they were all solid, and I think that was my most successful season, league, whatever, thus far. Last PTL Season 1, however, was what you might call a dumpster fire. I did not enjoy that draft at all. There were a couple things that I liked, but mostly it was just stuff that I didn't like. It was very glass cannony, and the bulk was just really one-dimensional, and I wanted to make Mega Slowbro work. That was literally my idea with that draft, and I dropped it like as early on as I could. And then Mega Gyarados just, you know, replaced it and didn't quite have a chance for its, what do you call it? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm doing not PTL Season 1, and I'm doing yes PPL, and just, you know, trying out a bunch of cool new stuff as well. So I was number 8 out of 16, right smack dab in the middle of the draft, which in my opinion is probably the worst spot that I could get. I like being closer to the wheel, either forward or back. However, you know, farther forward means I get my better choice of broken stuff, and we got lots of broken stuff in this league, in the likes of Aegislash, but that mon is cursed. We've got Celesteela's pretty broke in league format, in my opinion. We've got Tapu Lele, which is like, I've never played with that toy before, and I really, really want to. Mega Mawile, and I think like the next broken thing is Landorus Incarnate, which, long story short, that's what I got. I had a list of, I was 8th in line. I had a list of 8 things that I wanted. 6 of those 8 things were taken before me. Like, it went Tapu Lele gone, Celesteela gone, Mega Latias gone, Mega Mawile gone, Tapu Koko gone. I forget what else there is. I should know this, but basically, I chose Landorus. I was debating between either that or Kyurem Black, and I figured Landorus would just be better. And yeah, it's a really powerful Pokemon. Sheer Force, Life Orb, special attack moves that are just take advantage of that, and it's an insane wall breaker. I think it's been underutilized in this league thus far. It's very easy to prep for considering it's 4 times Ike's weakness, but if I properly build a team around it and really have my offense solid, really have my defense solid, I think this Pokemon can like finally have its day of like, yeah, I'm gonna make people wonder, should we actually ban this thing next season? Probably yes, but you know, at the same time, it's easy to prep for. I've never had a problem prepping for it, but then again, anyway, Landorus's name will be Mr. Man or Señor Hombre or Señor Uomo or whatever other language. I forget what it is in Japanese or German, but yeah, gonna have some fun with Landorus. Gonna just like, I'm expecting this to be my MVP, either this or the next Pokemon that I chose, which I wanted to start off with an insane offense score. I'm not so focused on the likes of Dragon, Fairy, Steel, or Fire, Water, Grass. While they are good, that's not my focus. I know all the good ones are gonna like get snatched up right away, and coming up with that core right away will be difficult. Meanwhile, all the other powerful stuff is still on the table, so I went ahead and grabbed Weavile. So Weavile is probably the best check in the world to Landorus, and no one can do that. Well, there's also Mamoswine, Piloswine, legit Ice Chart users in general, but I got the best one. Weavile is insanely good, and between it and Landorus, that, in my opinion, is like an insanely scary offensive core, and I'm really excited to use it. Weavile is fast, like really fast. Knockoff spam is great. Ice Shard is fantastic, especially with so many prominent dragons in the league. It struggles against fairies, but it's got the likes of Poison Jab, and I want to say Iron Tail, but that's kind of a shitty move. Or who knows? But anyway, Weavile, awesome Pokemon. Really excited to use it. And yeah, I've got an insane offensive core, which I'm going to further round out with Azumarill. So in the back of my mind, I kind of wanted Clefable. And I thought, what are the odds that it gets to me in round 2? And that just didn't happen. I was like, you know what, I'll get another fairy, but then I also like offensive water types, and I like priority, and I like the ability huge power, and I like Z Belly Drum, and it's like, oh, what fits that bill exactly? Azumarill. So, a much bulkier Pokemon. That base 50 attack stat is like more like 275 billion when you take into consideration Belly Drum and then Aqua Jet. And so I've got a really great priority users here. I've got a Dragon Immunity, which is going to help out with other things in the future. And the purpose is to have a much more scary offensive core, but I'm starting to round it out with some more bulk, which I'm also going to do with my next pick right here, Rotom Heat or Rotom Yeet. This Pokemon and Landorus, I think, will be the bulk of my insanely disgusting offense. What can you do to stop this volt switching? What can you do to stop this from overheating? Oh, that's really cute. All those things are stopped by Landorus now, whatever they are. So Landorus struggles against things like flying types and, well, things like Celesteal and Skarmory. And Rotom loves those. Rotom struggles against, like, ground types. Azumarill loves those. Landorus loves those. Weavile loves those. So it's like, this thing is really going to be solid in my offensive cores. And it's also a bulky Pokemon, kind of in the same line that Azumarill is. So I've got two bulky things that are, what do you call it? Also offensive and hit hard. Hit decently fast. Rotom's a okay speed tier, but I want my speed tiers to be a little bit more diversified instead of just like really top heavy and then a bunch of slow stuff. Although on average, my team is actually very slow, which you'll see going in a little bit. So I've got a water type now, that's Azumarill. I've got a fire type with Rotom, even though I picked this more for the electric typing. It just so happened that heat version is actually my favorite one to use. That's another thing that I had in a league in the past that I wanted to bring back, try out again. I thought I was using it very well, but still underutilizing it, so I just wanted to see what I could possibly do with it. So next up, I got a grass type, Amoonguss. I originally wanted Superior, mostly for its speed. It's defog, and it's like glare setup, really spammable Pokemon, but that got picked like right before me, which was kind of upsetting, but you know, whatever. So I got a Mungus. It's much slower, but it's got a lot of stuff going for it. Mainly the regenerator ability. I want to build a regen core, which that was my backup plan if Serp didn't work. I was like, okay, I can get a Mungus in my next thing, which will be regen core. Really, really bulky Pokemon. Great typing in my opinion, especially since it can deal with fairies. This switches into Clefable for days. Then you got the Spore, which is like, you're gonna snooze fest. I've got the regen. I can be AV. I can stop setup with Clear Smog, and it's just a really fat Pokemon that you're gonna have trouble taking down. So yeah, that's a Mungus. It is on the slower side, which my team has been kind of getting a bit slower. Azumarill base 50 speed, but I've got priority, so that's kind of makes up for it. But Amoonguss, super slow boy. So originally I wanted to pair this with a wait, no, this is Amoonguss. I wanted to pair this with Reuniclus, but that got taken right before I did, so I instead got what I originally wanted to pair with Serperior, and that is Cresselia. Everyone, you can start vomiting now, because yeah, I got the Moonduck. This is going to be named Princess Consuela because it's a banana hammock. So Cresselia is bulky as crap. It's, yeah, like, holy crap, look at those stats. Like, it doesn't die. I've got recovery. I've got a decent move pool. I'm not super slow, but it can still set up Trick Room for my other really slow things. It's just overall a very well-rounded, vomit-inducing, bulky Pokemon that is going to really help out my team. Especially because right now I'm struggling against the likes of really fast fighting types, especially Mega Lopunny, which I played my week 1. So Cresselia is great for that. And I'm just really excited to make people want to vomit, because, you know, what's the point of drafting if you can't have fun like that? So next up is a returning member of the Noob Spicy Trash League, that being Cofagrigus, which I had a lot of fun using in the past. Coming back again, I wanted a Spoopy Ghost. I wanted a Spin Blocker. Even though I'm not going to be like super into hazards this season, but Spin Blockers are nice. Just having a check to normal spam to fighting spam. And the Mummy ability is fantastic. Really, really bulky Pokemon. Is a good Trick Room abuser. Like, special attack stat is decent when backed up by Nasty Plot. And just overall, I'm excited to use this again and, you know, keep going with the momentum. Like, I got a lot of fun Trick Room sweeps with it, and it's just one of those things that I like using and I want to bring back. Stay hydrated, everyone. So next up, I've got Tyrantrum. This is a dragon that, how do I put this into words? A head smash does, like, basically if I were to calculate the amount of damage that it does on my desktop computer, it would be a memory overload. Tyrantrum hits hard. Tyrantrum does not take recoil from head smash. So when I do 700 million damage to Blissey with head smash, I don't get that in recoil. Tyrantrum has setup opportunities with Dragon Dance. Tyrantrum has Outrage, which just, like, you know, spam it backed up by, you know, +1 speed and insanely good attack stat. I can take a hit or two, even though the typing is kind of crap, but it's, you know, defense is okay. This is something that I was excited to use. I had in mind to get Druddigon because, you know, the rough skin is great, sheer force is great, but that got picked right before me because someone else wanted a dragon that they got, and then because I got Tyrantrum, someone who originally wanted Garchomp, which got taken, wanted Tyrantrum, but I got it now. So there was like so many layers of sniping going on in this draft that Tyrantrum was one of them. And because Serp got taken and Reuniclus got taken, that bulky core of mine became its own snipe fest. But that's kind of how drafts go. Sometimes it was really rough for some people. half of my plan got sniped basically, but that's okay because I think everything that I got ended up working very well together. Tyrantrum being one of them. I love head smash spam. I loved using Lycan Rock in the PPL. I liked using Emboar with head smash, and Tyrantrum just makes that so much better. And it's a dinosaur, it's a dragon. It's like, if it was fire type, it would be the Burninator incarnated, even though it skips arm day every day and only does leg day. But what do you expect? It's a literal T-Rex in T-Rex mode. Bet it could squat like 800 pounds or like 4 times its own body weight, which is insane. But then you try to make it do bicep curls and it's like, Tyrantrum, where's that 121 attack set going? Like, come on. Anyway, so we got Hitmonchan next. Speaking of leg day, Hitmonchan skips it every day and can seem to only do like boxing and bicep curls, and well, it does shoulder day for days, but I need to work on that. Anyway, I basically wanted a rapid spinner. It was between Hitmonchan and Hitmontop. They're the same price. Overall, in my opinion, both well-rounded Pokemon, but I just ended up going with Hitmonchan because, you know, Spadef stat is decent, speed can be taken advantage of, and just overall better move pool and something that I can probably use better. And this is, you know, starting my budget rounds. We're nearing the end of my draft, and I've got, after Hitmonchan, before Hitmonchan, I had 24 points, which I thought, you know, I could either get like 3 picks in a meme or 4 like, and yeah, that would be 4 Pokemon, or just like 3 more well-rounded Pokemon. I had in mind what I wanted for my Mega, because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I wanted Mega Aggron, but that went like round 4. I thought it would be safe to like round 5 or 6, or even the last round, depending on how many people got Megas and who had Steel types and stuff. So Aggron is gone, and that kind of made me a bit upset, but my backup pick to that was completely safe. I checked with everyone. It's like, hey, what you want for a Mega? Do you want this? And they're like, no, I want this instead. So it was really reassuring to know that my Mega pick was completely safe for the last round. So I knew how many points I had to work with, and Hitmonchan and then my next pick worked well within that budget to get everything well rounded. I picked type Null, the pointer exception, the lack of memory overload, the empty set, or the lack of a set. The empty set would be like type 0, but type Null. It's probably the most disgusting looking Pokemon ever to hit the games, like ever. Like, look at that. Are you a duck? Are you an axe? Are you a fish? Are you a dog? Are you like, what are you? One thing that it is bulky as crap. It can use Eviolite to back up 95 defenses. And the normal type isn't awful, only being weak to fighting type, but at the same time offering no resistances. Eviolite type Null will be a really tough nut to crack. And it gets a decent support move pool. It's not going to be like the kind of thing that comes every week, but it's got its uses when it needs to be used. And, excuse me, for 4 points, it's not bad for considering what I needed to be rounded out. Very happy with this pick. And yeah, so we're coming into the final pick of my draft. I decided to not get a meme. R.I.P. Yanma, the dream is dead. The dream was never even real. I drafted it last season, but I didn't even use it, so it's like, what's the point? I rounded things off with Mega Steelix. Like I said, I wanted Aggron, but that was gone, so I got Steelix, the next best thing. 230 base defense. 230 base defense. 95 base special defense, and an okay HP stat. And, like, oh my god. This Steelix hits hard. 125 base attack. That's higher than Weavile. That Mega Steelix has a higher attack set than Weavile. Let that sink in for a little bit. It might even be higher than Azumarill's with huge power taken into account, but no, I don't think it is. I said it was like 230 billion earlier, so that's definitely lower. But Steelix is fantastic. Even though the ability is kind of wasted, like Sand Force, I don't have a Sand user. It would have been cool, but, you know, not really practical for me. Steelix, it gets Stealth Rocks, it gets Gyro Ball, it gets Curse. Rest is its only recovery. but rest talking, it's like, and it doesn't die to anything. It really rounds out my defensive core. I've got a lot of levitators and Landorus on my team, so that's rounded out. It works well with the Azumarill, it works well with Tyrantrum, Amoonguss. It's just like, it's the glue that holds everything together, in my opinion, and I'm really excited to use it. It was a really tough nut to crack in past seasons, so I'm hoping that it'll just be as difficult for other people this season. So yeah, and at 12 points, that's a bargain. Aggron was 13, so I would have been struggling a little bit point-wise later on. So yeah, an absolute bargain for those stats, for the kind of thing that it can do, for that just like amount of stress that it causes opponents. It's like, okay, how are you going to crack this? And Cresselia, and Cofagrigus. Good luck. That's all I've got to say to my opponents attempting to crack my defensive core. Good luck. Anyways, guys, the season uploads will start sometime in February. But then again, I think I'm uploading this in February. But like I said, the timeline's messed up. It's probably going to get even messier trying to coordinate like 50 people into battling. We got like 25 battles that we need to make sure happen every single week. So the timeline could get a bit messy. I might update it in the description when it actually starts. I'll probably go over that in the draft stream, which you've already watched, but you know, that's in the future for me. It's in the past for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to be uploading every single battle, every single team builder for all 12 weeks. Or is it 11? I propose it should be 11, but it might be 12. Anyway, I will be uploading on a weekly basis for this league, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up with that and see my beautiful face and watch me just do, well, hopefully good at battling. I used to say like, oh, if you want to see me do trash at battling, you know, but I intend to do well this time, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's otherwise all I've got today. Stay tuned for all the exciting stuff coming up. And yeah, like the video if you liked it, comment down below if you want to say anything about my draft or ask me questions and like, why didn't you draft this? Well, it was taken. Well, why didn't you draft this? Because that would have been too exciting. Well, why didn't you take this? Why did you get Landorus? Just, you know, comment down below, even if it is obnoxious. Anyway, I'll see everyone, you know, real soon once the season gets fully underway. Take care now. Bye-bye.